Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Registered Ranching Podcast. Tucker Brown and Michael Stevens behind the mic today. Welcome back in, Mike.
What's going on, Tucker?
Pod number 2. Now we're starting to get in a rhythm.
Yes, sir.
Now we're starting to get in a rhythm. It is summer has officially hit. It's been the first time that we have not had rain in like 2 weeks since early spring. It's been crazy. Rain has been crazy. But now it's been like 100 for 14 straight days, and we knew it was coming.
Getting that Texas heat.
You brought it.
Yeah,
really, is what happened. You brought it. Now we got to, where'd we head to? Oh,
Oklahoma.
Yeah, we went to Oklahoma Cattlemen's last week, and then the Future of Beef show yesterday. That was fun. Doesn't come out for like 4 weeks. But
been on the road.
We haven't. And then we're going to go down to College Station for the beef cattle short course. So if you're hearing this and going there, give us a shout. We'll see you down there. But it's got, what else do we do? We got 2-year-old bulls in.
Yep.
Got family bulls in. Check them in today. They're tough, dude.
Yeah.
They test your patience.
Stubborn.
They test your patience. But it's a good week. The bull sale is only, we looked it up, 72 days away. October 8th and 9th, Ari Brown Ranch bull sale. Be there. Well, we have a treat today, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I got to turn on some music for this because
You got to play that song you were playing yesterday.
Which one? No, I can't because the YouTube will take.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we'll just do this one. Hit this one again. All right. So we have a treat today, all the way from Florida, from Deer Park, Florida. Did I say that right?
That's right.
Deer Park, Florida. He's a bronc rider. He's a rancher. Most of all, he's an absolute stud. I want to welcome to the podcast Parker Kempfer. Welcome in, dude.
Thanks for having me.
God, I forgot how to get the crowd. You've probably heard a lot of that.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
No, thanks for being on the podcast. You come from our families have a lot in common across the U.S. I mean, we're a long ways away from each other, but a lot in common. We do some seed stock. We do some commercial ranching. A lot of I ranch rodeo, but I don't pro rodeo like yourself. But our brothers working with family, involved in our state and national cattlemen's. We got a lot in common.
Yeah, been in the family for a long time.
Yeah,
both of our operations.
Yeah, right.
Something that's pretty cool.
True.
Still kicking.
I'm just not as good looking. It's not fair. It's not fair. No, Deer Park, Florida. Tell us about Kempfer. Kempfer Cattle
Company. Yes, sir. We're 6 generations on our place right now. Got 7th on the ground.
Come on.
Raised purebred brammers and commercial cows as well. Commercial is our bigger side of the operation, but like to diversify into sod and timber as well. So keeps us pretty busy down there.
Dude, those are 2 things I do not know anything about. Sod and timber. Nothing.
Yeah, it's our family originally came down to Florida in the timber business.
Really?
Around 1900. And it's started off, it was Union cypress, and they'd log all those big cypress timber out of the swamps there in Florida, and then
I'll be dang.
Put them on a rail and send them to town to the sawmill in Melbourne.
Huh.
And, just a little bit of history. And then moved on to more of the cow side of things now. And that's more of my passion.
Sure.
For the cows. But
kind of has been. And
oh yeah.
Yeah. And so the sixth generation, how many are in? Do you know how many are in the sixth generation? Y'all's sixth generation?
Gosh, was there 13 of us, I believe?
13.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes, sir.
I hadn't met all
Quite
13.
a few of us. I know you've only met a handful of them.
Yeah, I feel like I've met half. Is that like, I don't know, which half of the family haven't met? The wild side or like the calm side?
Probably the wild side.
Yeah.
Imagine that. No, but also have some cousins. They branch off and do the outfitting as well. Sell
some hunting stuff?
Gators and turkeys and hogs are their biggest things. That's Osceola Outfitters.
Close to...
They're right there on the ranch as well.
Are they?
Yep. That's another thing I didn't even mention before, that part of the diversity in the family and all.
You have to.
You have to. Be able to keep it going and to get along, and that's the deal with family operations. You're not going to get along every day.
True.
But at the end of it, we all have similar goals, and it's important to us to keep it going, because I feel like that's something that's really failing today in agriculture and family ranches and everything, is they're all falling apart. They want to take the money and buy out and be gone, go do something else. And
True. I mean,
don't wanna
especially in
get sweaty
Florida.
anymore. So
Especially in Florida.
especially in
Yeah.
Florida.
You have so much more urbanization, I would say, than we do, especially in Throckmorton. I mean, we don't have much
I was
urbanization
gonna
going
say,
on.
y'all can get out of town a little easier here.
Yeah, we don't have as much urbanization going on, but yeah, Florida really does. I mean, the amount you can, you buy it by the acre, sell it by the foot in Florida. For business, sounds pretty good, but for longevity of ranching in Florida, it's kind of tough.
Absolutely, and it's such a good place for ranching.
Yeah.
I mean, with the climate and everything, I mean, we can grow grass year round at some points, get a few frosts, but
Uh-huh.
it's not too bad. And I don't like being cold personally. I can handle
Me neither.
sweating any day, but being cold, I'm out on it.
Like a true cracker, right?
Yeah,
like a
true
true,
crackers.
like a
Yeah,
true Florida cracker. That's fun.
absolutely.
Well, I remember meeting you? It was like 2016 or 16.
I think it was 16. You
Uh,
and your dad came down to visit the house there,
Yeah,
look around the ranch.
came down to Deer Park, and I remember, I'd never been to Florida, so this was like my first time in. And Dad's like, "Hey, they're a family ranch. They do some seed stock. They do some, they're a lot like us." He's got 2 boys, just like you and your brother. And I was like, "All right." And out walks Parker, and we meet, and he's like, "Yeah, I go to school at Texas Tech." And I was like, "What?" What? He's like, "Yeah, rodeo over there." I was like, "I'm in Lubbock. How have we not met?"
That's crazy. And then I transferred the next year, so we weren't even.
Yeah, didn't get
after we
to.
met each other, didn't get to hang out in Lubbock.
I know. That was sad. No, but I knew that I was going to enjoy myself. I mean, we drove around, and I was, way out of my element there. And I don't know. Do you consider it South Florida, Central Florida,
Yeah, South Central.
South Central Florida?
Yeah.
You got to throw the South in there. A little,
Oh yeah,
little
gotta
bit.
have South.
Yeah, but I remember we looked around for a little while, and then whenever we had lunch, and your grandparents cooked,
Oh yeah.
and they had, I met Will. I don't remember who else was there. There's a couple other Cowboys there, but I knew we were going to be all right. Your grandmother's like, "You get all you want. We've got chicken fried steak. We've got some green beans and gravy and potatoes, and then I don't have any unsweet tea, but I've got sweet tea if you want some." And I was like, "Oh yeah,
That's a staple.
we are I am in my perfect home place right here. I'll be just fine."
It's pretty cool. Granny, she still cooks for us most days of the week.
Really?
That's the cow crew
That's
comes
awesome.
in and we eat and takes a little break, cool off, and then get back to it. Some days you don't want to go back to work because she will surprise you and have you dip
all
seconds
full.
on your plate, and then she'll pull out a dessert, and it's like, oh Lord, I got to do it.
Granny.
I don't want to.
Granny, I can't.
Yeah.
You
It
can't
makes
say
it
no
tough.
though.
Yeah, you can't say no.
Can't say no to Granny. Oh, that's great.
It's pretty special. She's been doing it for a long time. We're very blessed.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
And so you and I mean, let's go 5th generation. I guess that's kind of the owner management right now would be the 5th.
Yep.
And that's your
My
dad.
dad and his twin brother and his younger brother and then his 2 cousins as well.
Okay.
So
All of them still involved. Still.
all still involved and still we all live there on the ranch. So
Dang.
it's a lot of moving parts.
It
but
is.
It's pretty special to us.
Yeah. I mean, anybody that's ever worked with family knows it's not easy,
No,
right?
not going to be easy, but we love it and it's important to all of us and we want to keep it going through the next generation as
Oh,
well.
absolutely. And you have, I mean, you're right there next to another really legendary ranch.
Oh yeah, desert. We're the only thing that keeps Deseret from being contiguous in South Florida,
Really.
and they border us north and south, and then east and west is all state land. So we're kind of landlocked right there for the
Yeah.
time being, at
Yeah.
least. So it makes it nice where we are. It's a good spot, and they're really good neighbors as well. And
Uh huh.
so
Well, growing up on the ranch, let's go there. Do you only have family hired on the ranch? Do you have outside help?
we have one employee on the ranch that is not family.
Okay.
Is all, and it's kind of been that way most my entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one or none or.
Yep. Yeah,
not
it's
very much.
usually one, and they relied on us pretty heavily through the summers and everything. All
the
through
boys?
shipping, all the boys. Oh yeah, from time we were 7, 8 years old, it was
Uh-huh.
every day all summer. We didn't have a summer like most
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
we come in and we're going to work the next day
Uh-huh.
after school's out. So we loved it, and I think it was awesome that my dad had me do that. I wanted to, but
Sure.
you see so many places they don't take their kids to work with them, and
Yeah.
I appreciate it now. There were times that I might have complained a little bit, wanting to go have fun with my friends.
No,
but
no
looking
way.
back, I can't thank them enough for raising us that way.
Oh, absolutely.
Makes you appreciate it that much more.
Oh, it really does.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially now. I mean, and you've gotten to travel the world, which we'll get to here in a minute. Travel the states, at least I know.
Yeah.
Doing rodeo and meeting a whole bunch of different people, and I bet you've gotten to see some of that of folks who who didn't have that opportunity.
Absolutely, and I feel very blessed to have that opportunity.
Yeah.
And grow up in that lifestyle, and don't take it for granted. I
Sure.
guess, 'cause it's pretty awesome. That's why I'm ready to get back home. Excited to be that next chapter, to be back to the house and working on the ranch every day. And through rodeoing and everything, I've been home, 5-6 months a year, and then leave the rest and I'm gone. So they're having to handle it on their own. But pretty excited to slow down and get back and contribute a little bit more at the house.
Well, let's go there. You
Yeah.
graduated. You didn't high school rodeo, did you?
I only did for one semester. I started
Okay.
getting on. I played football through high school, and my plan was to go play college ball, and then I couldn't stay healthy my senior year, and I was like, Dad, I want to ride bucking horses, and I kept bugging the crap out of him, and he finally was like, all right, you want to go get on a bucking horse? I was like, heck yeah. They had a little school going on in Kissimmee, the old Sewell's Rodeo Arena, and I go over there, and they had a saddle I could get on in. I just brought boots, and
I'll be
they
dang.
strapped everything on me, and I got on, and I made it about 2 jumps, and I'm dragging underneath this horse, my foot's still in the stirrup, and everybody's freaking out, and he finally kind of stomps me a little, and I come loose, and I get up, and my dad's like, you ready for another? Hoping that I wouldn't, and
Yeah.
I was like, heck yeah, I was grinning ear to ear, I want to do it again, and he was like, dang it.
You got the bug.
Oh yeah. So I got into the high school rodeos, and there wasn't very many bronc riders in Florida, but I was able to go to the high school finals and go to the national high
Nice.
school finals
That's
out.
awesome.
Where was that at?
It was in Rock Springs. I think it's back there again now, but ended up
Nationals
out
was?
there. Yeah, I went to the nationals, and then that's where I met the coach for Texas Tech, Philip Berry. Super good guy, and
Oh.
he talked me into coming to Tech. I wanted to go to a junior college, just because I was like, that's where I need to go learn to ride bucking horses. But Mama put a whoa on that.
Did
She
she?
said, no, you do too good in school. You're going to university. And it's a good thing she did, because
Yeah.
I enjoyed the heck out of that year at Tech. Bronc riding didn't progress a whole lot. We had 2 practice horses there, and I was set up in the wrong equipment at all. And
Dang.
finally transferred down to Sam Houston my sophomore year, and that really helped me getting around some more bronc riders and a lot more bucking horses to get on different
Okay.
things. So that was pretty cool, and finally was able to progress and get a little better at
So
it.
good move, sounds like.
Yeah, it was a good move. Yeah, school was a little bit easier. I enjoyed classes at Tech more, but it was still good. I made a lot of good connections down there at Sam Houston, some of my best friends that I still have to this day.
Where did you meet Trayson at?
So he was the only other bronc rider at Tech when I got there,
Okay.
and wanted to be a dentist. And
He didn't say that on the podcast.
oh yeah, he wanted to be a dentist, and then changed his plans, and he didn't know what he wanted to do.
Huh.
So when he left, he was a senior when I got there, and he was the only other bronc rider, and I was like, this isn't where I need to be to progress.
Sure.
I might as well go to University of Florida and go home if I'm not trying to progress my bronc riding.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where he got me lined up to go to Sam Houston, actually.
Oh, okay.
Then he came down and did his master's after I'd been there a year, and that's when we ended up going to college finals, and had a pretty good time through that year.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Then y'all got to travel a bit together.
Yeah,
pro
then we
rodeoing, didn't you?
traveled together. I never had any intentions on pro rodeoing. I thought I was going home after college, going to back to the ranch, and Trayson talked me into going north for a summer, and it was one of the funnest month and a half I've ever had in my life.
Oh, yeah?
Me and Trayson and Dean Wadsworth from out in Buffalo Gap, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of trained me and showed me the ropes of the rodeo, and it
Okay.
was an absolute blast. And so,
Do you have any of your other family members pro rodeo at all?
yeah, I got a cousin that rides Keen Justison, and he rides broncs well. And then I got another younger cousin that's 16 years old, and he's going to be better than any of us.
Is he?
Oh, yeah, he's the real deal. So
he's doing the high school
pretty
rodeo and
excited.
stuff.
High school rodeo, and yeah, I think he ended up third at the high school finals as a sophomore this year.
Wow.
So out in Rock Springs. So we're pretty proud of him. It's coaching him along, getting him ready.
Yeah, as you should be.
Yeah.
But so got to pro rodeo, Sam Houston. But the whole time you were college rodeo, and you were prepping to go back home.
Yeah, I wasn't even planning on pro rodeo and didn't even think that it was going to be a thing for me at that point. And Trayson just told me, he's like, hey, you're ready. You need to go north this summer. And you were going. And the rest was kind of history. It went pretty well. Got to go to the permit challenge a couple times. And it's been an absolute blessing. I wouldn't trade it for a second. All the pro rodeo, and I've done it had my card for 5 years now, and gotten to go pretty much everywhere I wanted to go except for the finals. But there's a lot of good bronc riders that never make it out there and go home. And
well, I remember you talking about
do what I've been able to do.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten to reconnect yearly, basically at the Florida Cattlemen's, and then maybe once or twice in between there at NCBA or something. But I remember you saying, I mean, you've talked about how bronc riding has changed over the past 10 years, and just how there are 10 that go to the finals, but I don't remember what number you said, 50 or 60 that are in the race for that 10, and it depends on who gets those horses. Am I saying this right?
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Bronc riding is the best it's ever been right now. You ask anybody, they'll tell you that.
Because you're
so deep. I don't know about that. I'm telling you about these kids that are coming around these days. It's unreal, the talent that's out there. I mean, there's 50 to 60 guys that can win on any given day, depending on the draw.
Jeez.
So it's pretty wolfy.
I mean, that's how important the draw is.
It is. It's very important, and that's where a lot of these rodeos are seeing more turnouts and stuff, and that's because of the stock. If you don't have a chance to win, it's not worth spending your money to get there when you can try and go to another one or stay home and work for a couple of days and pay for the loss. But it's unbelievable. It's cool to see the sport growing, getting more television time, and all with the Cowboy channel is awesome. Mm-hmm. And I know my family sure loves it, and everybody else is there. They can sit at home
watch you
and watch it every night. My grandpa stays up, and about every night that I'm on TV, he's going to be up and watching.
He's waiting
on
it.
Get a text after.
That's awesome.
It's pretty special. But
he watched you ride in Cheyenne.
Oh yeah. I got back to my phone. There's already a video and a big group text going after that the other day. So.
In the family text?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been neat that they get to watch me and see where I'm at. And I've gotten to come up to a few as well, and that's been fun. Because
good.
Being gone, about August, you're getting pretty ready to go home.
I'm
have
sure.
a few days off for a break. And for me, if we don't get entered up right and there's only 2 or 3 days, it's not worth the cost to fly home and come right back when it's so far.
Yep.
If you're out there in Idaho or Washington and all, and it just makes it a bug. I've gone for a couple months without going home. 2 to 3 months.
Right now?
No,
or just in general?
In past years.
Okay.
And it's gotten pretty tough by that point. Where I was ready to get my butt back to the house.
Need a little revamp.
Yeah, I need a reset for sure. But,
I mean, those guys you're traveling with, that when you pro rodeoed that summer up north, did you get to ride with some of the guys you grew up watching?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty dang cool when I was a kid coming around, and then you've got guys like Taos Muncie and Wade Sundell, and Isaac Diaz there that are now friends that at that point I was like shell-shocked, I'm riding in the same arena as they are. It was pretty cool. But
it has to be.
Yeah. And then you realize, they're just guys just like we are,
Just grinding.
Yeah.
So for guys like Mike, I mean, Mike, the pod doesn't know much about you, but you're doing some ranch bronc riding.
Yes, sir. Sure am. I just got started like a year and a half. My buddy got me into it. What's some advice you can give somebody that's starting out?
Starting out, get with the right people. Go to the right schools where you're going to have some guys that know exactly what they're talking about to get you in the right equipment. I feel like that is huge. I mean, I've showed up to schools and seen kids getting on with these saddles that their riggings are dry rotting and latigos are breaking, and it's just equipment's working against you, and it's not very safe either. It's a train wreck waiting to happen. So the biggest thing for me, I'd say is just get around the right people and make sure that you're in the right equipment to help you succeed, because it's going to hurt. You're going to land on your head and your neck. I mean, you ask pretty much any of us that ride broncs, you don't know how we don't have a broken neck by this point at some point in our career, just from bad get-offs, and it still happens. That's never going to stop. You're still going to have some wrecks, but
Yeah.
you can make it where it's a whole lot less likely if you're in the right equipment and it's working for you. And that's the biggest thing. And then finding the right places that are going to have good horses that are going to be helpful for you to pick up that timing, and not getting on just colts all the time. You got to get on colts when you're starting out, and it's always can be a wreck at times.
Oh,
but it helps you slow things down getting on those colts, and they don't have as much power, so it helps you with that. I mean, but for me, it was getting on the right practice horses too, once I had the right equipment and all, and get on ones that actually have timing. It's going to help you move your feet. They want you to move your feet.
Yeah.
And riding a spur board is also another huge thing for me, is just muscle memory.
Yep.
And just taking videos, send them to somebody that knows what they're doing, where they can critique you, or you can do that from home and not even getting on horses. There was a point where after college, I didn't really get on very many practice horses. I just get on my spur board at the house.
Oh.
Dang.
And it was more helpful for me to do that than go get on, if I didn't have the right practice horses, to just stay at the house and do it from home and stay in shape. That's another big thing. But
Oh, yeah.
then it's the biggest thing in bronc riding. Most of it's between your ears and the mental aspect of things, and mastering that to where, okay, you get bucked off, look at your video, think about it 5-10 minutes, and then walk away from it. Okay, there's nothing more you can do. You can't let it carry over into the next ride to where you're still thinking about that last one where things went wrong. This is a new day, different horse. You got to go at it like you're about to be 90 and just have some fun.
Yeah, that's how my headspace was when I first started. Yeah, I had a stirrup blowout, so that's funny that you said equipment, and then my leg got stuck, and I tore the crap out of my ankle.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the mental aspect is something that you gotta get used to.
It is, and that's where I say you got to keep getting on them, because it's those first 50 head for sure are a blur.
Yeah.
You're going to remember maybe the first jump or two, and then you forget everything that's happening. You just go black, it seems like.
Yeah.
And I know I went to a school when I got out to Lubbock. They had a Survey school going on in Odessa, the college arena there. I went down there. They had Taos, Muncie, and Cody Tayton were coaching it.
Mm-hmm.
And they changed my saddle around, took up my quarter bines like 8 holes, my front bines 5. I was riding it so loose and all over the place. And we would get on the horses and then go in and watch the videos after. And I just remember, like, it was still such a blur. I hadn't even been on 50 horses yet when I got out there. And I had marked this horse out, and I remembered that. And then I had set my feet and got bucked off, and we went back and watched the videos, and I had no clue that I'd sent my feet and set them the next jump and then got bucked off. It was just a blur. Didn't know what was going on. But
Yeah, they set you up for success, so you have to have people.
yeah,
around
you got to have people around you that help you get your saddle set up to where it's actually going to grab you. You have some binds helping you out, because if not, you're just getting it on and flopping around up there just trying to grit it out.
Yeah.
It's not helping you progress as a bronc rider.
Do you remember the first one you actually covered?
Oh,
Like, what
gosh.
was the feeling? And
Yeah, the second day that I got on, I got one rode as one of our old nice horses from Silver Spurs, and it was a good feeling. I didn't spur him a lick, but I stayed on him, and I was fired up about it.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, we're bronc riding. But,
This is easy.
yeah, you always watch, like, before I even got on one, you know, just watching bronc riding videos, and it looks so easy.
It does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It does.
getting on, I'm gonna spur one. Like, no, I'm not. You know, when that head hits the ground, they're like, no, that ain't quite as easy as it looks on TV.
The bronc riding is so classic, I feel like, when it comes to rodeo. And I feel like when you think of rodeo and they show the picture, it's that bronc's legs up and and the bronc rider with his hand up, all stretched out. Like that's just the
Class.
pretty picture of rodeo.
Yep.
I feel like.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's the classic event.
Yeah.
How it all started. So it's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to get on bulls because I knew Dad would get me wrecked out, hooked by them. He'd wean me off pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like, I think I want to get on a bronc.
You never got on any bears?
Ooh,
No bareback riding for you?
Smart rodeo men don't ride bareback horses. Yeah, and I got some good friends that are bareback riders, but I still give them a hard time about it.
I remember I went to Justin McKee's broadcast clinic, and Tilden Hooper, did I say that right?
Yep.
Tilden Hooper. He showed up, and he was talking about his rigging and, you know, how you're supposed to. He was telling us this so that we could have it in our notes for announcing. And he goes, he talked about some success he had, and he was like, really? Because nobody else? Or why'd you get into it? And he's like, I couldn't do anything else. So I did that. And that was just pretty funny to hear from, you know, a guy who's had as much success as he has in it.
Yeah, he's a movie star now, so
I know.
it's kind of cool to see the bareback riding growing as a sport as well, but I don't want no part of it.
Looks like, dude, that
It
looks like
it
hurts
hurts
every time.
every horse they get off.
Every time.
Yeah.
Tougher than I am, I guess.
I
So
guarantee
are you bronc riders anyway? Ranch or let's go there. Difference between ranch bronc and saddle bronc.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, your bronc saddle's you have binds and stuff, so it's helping you take the power away from a horse. But the ranch bronc riding, like, you're just up there
Gritting it out.
eating around and just
Street
gritting
fight.
it out. It's a fight. I've only ever been on one, and it hurt. I didn't care to really do it again after, but I had already started on broncs by the time I got on a ranch bronc horse. And
Did you have any thoughts in your mind of like, I've done saddle bronc, so ranch bronc ought to be?
yeah,
same.
When I did it, it was a ranch rodeo there in Florida, and I'd always begged Dad to do one with me, and we ended up doing a ranch rodeo, and it went pretty well. Dad got mucked out in the cow milking, and
Oh no!
got stomped down pretty good, but
Was it the same one where Will got tore up?
no, different one
Okay.
from when Will got hurt, but it's a family trait, I guess, with the
Sounds
cow
like-
milking, but no, we did that, and I got on the bronc that night, and ended up winning it. We won the ranch rodeo, and I haven't done
Dang.
one since.
Hung it up.
Hung it up. Yeah.
Hung it up
We
on
didn't
top.
even do
Done.
Didn't even do the state finals after that. Dad was like, "No, I'm done.
Yeah.
I've done the one with you." So
I didn't know there was like a state finals. I
Yeah,
guess it's like
used
its own
to.
circuit over there or something.
they kind of quit doing it about a year ago, and I don't understand why. Because ranch bronc riding is getting huge in Florida. They're doing it all these bull ridings and stuff now.
They're adding it to it.
Yeah, they
Wow.
have it all these little bull ridings, and a lot of guys are getting on them.
Huh.
But thankfully, we got some kids that are wanting to ride broncs, and
Yeah.
got some good ones coming up out of Florida. So, hopefully,
What's your
we can
favorite
keep
Florida
bronc
rodeo?
riders. Favorite Florida? Oh gosh, it's got to be Kissimmee because that's the hometowner for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, it would be.
Yep, the old
would be.
Silver Spurs Rodeo.
All right, we're going to go to one of my favorite segments. It's called the Ag Gear Hot Seat.
Okay.
See you wearing that shirt. It's not an Ag Gear shirt, and that's okay. But
I didn't get the memo.
you know, the seat might get a little hot
Yeah.
because you're not wearing Ag Gear. But if you were wearing Ag Gear, it'd keep you cool. Wouldn't be a hot seat. But
That's right.
use code Tucker Brown on Ag Gear. Order it online. Get a 15% discount. All right. To the Ag Gear Hot Seat. What is your go-to gas station snack while you're traveling?
Oh man, be beef jerky or Lunchable.
Lunchable.
Lunch-
Yeah, yeah.
Which kind?
Yeah.
Oh, ham and Swiss.
Okay, I was
Oh, the
gonna.
classic.
I was about to try to catch him in a lie, and he was just like, ham.
Oh, that's easy there.
Pizza's a good one.
Pizza
Oh yeah.
for the road.
Yeah. The Lunchable.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
one
the pizza
you make
Lunchable.
'em?
Okay,
Oh
I thought you were
yeah, I was
talking.
about to say the gas station pizza. You got to be
Yeah.
careful
No.
on. You might be stopping.
That's
That's
every
what I
10
was
minutes,
thinking.
but-
It's like, man, you're getting a little gutsy there. All right, best piece of advice that you've gotten from a rodeo cowboy.
Oh gosh, that would be to think about it for 10 minutes and then move on.
Between the ears.
Get it, yeah, between your ears.
One bronc that you really want to get on again.
Oh, get on again. Alive or dead?
Yeah.
One I really wanted more than anything to get on again would be Killer Bee of Butler's, but she passed away last year.
During
foaling.
that whole mess. Oh, foaling.
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought it was
not during that deal.
Okay.
She had passed away before foaling. But
Dang. I thought you were gonna say like Jelly Bean or something.
she wouldn't be the most
Jelly
fun
Bean.
one I've ever been on, but the Buck, that's the rankest horse I've ever strapped my saddle to. She's
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
Where was that at?
I got on her in Odessa. Set on a foot at 7.8 or 9 and bucked off of her. And they marked her at 25 that night. She was absolutely amazing.
Dang.
Dang near had her. So I always wanted
Dang.
another shot at her.
Dang. But no more shot.
Nope.
All right. Are you? Let's go back to your different type of favorite horse you want to get on. Favorite ranch horse.
Ranch horse be my old cracker named Percy.
Full cracker horse.
He's half. He's out of
Half
a quarter
cracker.
horse stud and a little cracker mare of mine that I really, really loved, and he's pretty fun to ride around some cows.
What do you call him?
Percy.
Percy.
Yeah.
That half cracker. I feel like. I mean, I don't know. A lot of guys out here have never rode a cracker horse. What's the difference between a cracker horse and a AQHA?
Well, I guess we should tell them the old
Quarter
crackers.
horse.
It's the old Spanish descended horses that they've had in Florida since the Spaniards landed on the beach and everything. All that's what all the old cracker cowboys rode. They're a lot finer bone, just hardy, tough, can go all day. A lot of them travel, real smooth and easy.
Huh.
And our old family line had a lot of cow to them as well. And it's harder to find outcrosses. Not as many people are raising crackers anymore now that the quarters have gotten so big. But we still love like a half cracker quarter mix. It works really well for us. And not as good for the selling side of it.
I can see that.
But
Just
if
for
I
work
got a
at
good
home.
one, I don't want to get rid of it anyways at the
Yeah.
house. So.
Percy. All right. Dream rodeo to win.
Gosh, Cheyenne would have been pretty cool.
That would I feel like you'd be in a. Not that you're not. Not that you're not in a good mood, but if you had just come from winning Cheyenne,
Oh yeah,
you'd be on cloud
I
nine.
would have been. On
You wouldn't have
cloud
even come
nine.
here.
Yeah,
You'd
it
have won
went,
Cheyenne.
it went pretty good the other day, but I was one spot out of making it back. But got to get on a really fun bronc, and it's like 84. And just wasn't quite enough horse to make it back on in my set, but it was a fun way to go out. I don't know if I'll ever go back up there again, but I sure had a lot of fun while I was there.
I did have a buddy. Kind of that. Well, you talk about those young guys who are riding really good. Whenever his dad worked for us, they were like 2 or something, and now he has his permit this year. And Waitley Sharon, he just
Gosh, yeah, he's riding good.
Yeah, he just split 4th and 5th or something up there at Cheyenne.
Yeah, that kid's been riding amazing.
Yeah, he's on a
getting
run.
after him this year. I
He's
call
on
him
pretty
Little Jacob's Crawley. He reminds me so much of him. I think
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
That's funny. I hadn't thought about that. Any questions as we wrap up the Ag Gear hot seat?
No.
Are you good? You good?
Yeah.
Well, all right. You're out of the Ag Gear. You
All right.
didn't sweat much.
Yeah.
You didn't sweat
It's
much.
hard to get me too worked up these days.
How has your mentality changed from that first time you rode north and were traveling with those guys? I don't know if that's. I mean, were you on permit or rookie season?
I was on my permit
Okay.
the first 2 years I went north.
2 years.
Yeah, I did it for 2 while I was still in college. And I don't know, I guess the sense of knowing that you belong there, at first it's kind of nerve-wracking. You're like, man, like I'm getting on with all these guys that are going to the finals. And then you beat them a few times and you're like, okay, like your confidence just grows to where,
Getting settled in.
yeah, you feel like you're meant to be there at that point. I guess that's the biggest change over the years, and learning what rodeos to go to and what not. And that was a big thing as well, to go into the contractors that are your friends that you enjoy being around. You're going to have a lot more fun being at their rodeos.
Interesting.
And you want to go and support them as well. So that's another thing that was always huge.
Yeah, I want to get into that kind of the backside of the whole rodeo experience that the non-rodeo crowd would never get to see, and that's, I guess, your traveling partner, planning what rodeos you're going to, and you're planning that with the guys you're riding with, deciding if to turn out or not. I mean, I feel like that can get pretty messy trying to get multiple people going the same way, is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of scribbling for the one or two people that are making the plan
Yeah.
in your group, but so we can buddy up to 4 guys. So one person will do the entering, and then we all get up the same days and stuff. But it's hectic
Okay.
because, I mean, they'll still draw you out depending on how you're entered. If you can't get your day, and double you up where you're entered 2 rodeos,
Mm-hmm.
having to try and find a trade or just see which one you draw better at and go to it.
Oh, so you can trade with somebody else?
Yeah, we can find trades and
Yeah.
get different days that way,
Huh.
but it gets hectic for sure. It's kind of fun.
What, I mean, some of those guys that people may know that you've gotten to travel with, who would that be?
Oh, like last few years, I've gone with Ryder Sanford, Logan Cook, and Parker Fleet. And like Ryder won Cheyenne 2 years ago, made the finals. Logan Cook won Cheyenne last year, and now he barely missed the finals last year. Should have gone, and he's back home now. Has a youngin', so he's pretty much retired. And
Yeah.
So this year, me and Sterling Crawley went up for a little bit. It was
Okay.
kind of a retirement tour from going north. So that was
Retirement
fun.
tour.
Yeah.
Did you go to No, Pendleton's when?
It's in September.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think I'll make it back to Pendleton. this
No?
year. That is one of my favorite rodeos. It's an absolute blast. You
So-
don't know what them horses are going to do when they hit the grass.
And that was, so my first time was last year, and I happened to be there the day you were out,
Yeah.
and I happened to be behind the chutes when you were, during the bronc riding. I'd gone up with Pendleton Whiskey, had taken a few people, and I got to go, and they were like, well, we're going to go, behind in the, I hadn't even looked at the day sheet
Yeah.
or anything. And then when they said we were going to go behind the chutes during the bronc ride, and I was like, I better look at who's going. And it was one of the Wright brothers, and then some other names, and I was like, Kempfer. I was like, there can't be more than that family of Kempfers. I mean, I'm sure there is, but not in bronc. Is there another Kempfer
Not
in bronc
bronc
riding?
ride,
Yeah, I didn't think
no.
so. And sure enough, I was like, no way. So I got to work my way. I got to work my way over to Parker. And so they get us back behind there, and we're standing at the far end. And I mean, it's not like you were on the way other side. You're kind of in the middle there of those wooden chutes, which are cool.
Oh, they're so cool.
Yeah.
It shocked the heck out of me. I turned around and seen you back there. I was like,
Yeah.
holy cow, what are you doing up here?
And I don't remember which Wright brother it was that was by you, rode after you, I think, or right before you. I don't know. There's one of them that was by you, but they were keeping us at the end, and I was like, hey, can I slip up there and get behind Kempfer? And he was like, you're just wanting to get by that Wright brother. I can't remember which one it was. I was like, no. I just want to get behind Kempfer. And he was like, okay, you can go up there, but do not say anything. Do not talk to him. It's like, okay, well, I won't. Get up there, and it's just you and your dad standing by the chutes, kind of visiting about the horse, and you're getting your stretches in. And I was getting nervous, dude. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Feeling that energy. And finally, I was just like, psst, hey, psst. And sure enough, your dad turns around, Tucker, what are you doing? We got to visit a little bit. That was just cool for me. I mean, when you see a buddy and you're proud to know him and about to see him at Ride in Pendleton,
Yeah.
that was cool.
That was cool. I didn't expect to see you there.
Yeah, but I bet not. But that grass, it had rained.
Yeah, it was kind of hectic that day. And
There was broncs falling everywhere. I mean, horses and
yeah, thankfully, like most of them stayed up our day, but the next day when the sun came
Yeah.
back out, but the arena was still wet and that grass, I had a buddy broke his ankle out there. The
Really?
next day. Yeah,
I
it was
missed that.
kind of crazy. A little nerve wracking on days like that on the grass.
Yeah.
Most of them do pretty well on it. Of course, it's fun when the bareback riding or the bull riding's going on. We can get out there and sit on the grass. And
That
watch
was
it.
cool.
You
We
know,
got to go
pickup
out.
men running through you.
We got to go out during the bareback riding, and I'd never, you get to be that close in some small rodeos, but like out in the grass field of Pendleton Roundup, that was just,
It's pretty dang neat.
that's cool. You ever go down there during the bull riding?
Oh yeah, yeah. We got scattered a few times the last time I went down there for it, and it was pretty neat. They had to rope the bulls and pickup men coming. We were just scattered under the fence when they broke through it.
They put PVC pipe.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
video you're showing me yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Dang.
That is nuts.
And then
Yeah,
the people just laying on the ground right behind a little bit of PVC.
Yeah, just like just standing still, and here's this bull, and
Yeah.
yeah, he's some 2-inch PVC in between you and
Yeah.
whatever bull.
we had some Florida bulls out there last year that a friend Jack Simmons was hauling for us for silver spurs, and I wasn't gonna get out there with them. I knew they were buckets.
They were little-
I just stayed behind the chutes with Dad.
Did you?
and flanked them, and I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna get out there. And then one of them, he had gotten worked up, hipped himself leaving, and he was fired up, and he run through the fence and run the pickup man down, hooked the pickup man's horse,
Oh,
fell
no.
off. He went rolling the pickup man. Yeah, it was pretty good watching.
I think I have that. Was that last
That
year?
was
Last year.
I
that was
have
the
that.
video.
Was
That's
it the day you were out?
there.
Yeah, I've got that video. That's
yeah, that was
hilarious.
a danged old Florida bull.
He was
Yeah.
white or something. He was,
Yeah, it was the red one.
oh, it was
Yeah,
red. Dang.
poor old Bobby Marriott.
Yeah, he did roll him up
out
though.
that day.
When that horse slipped and went down, and
He was all right though, right?
Oh yeah, he's just a little sore.
Okay.
Good thing they were in Pendleton. There's
Yeah.
plenty of whiskey around.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and we kind of forgot to mention your y'all's involvement in some bucking bulls.
Yeah, it's kind of our hobby, our charitable contribution. The Silver Spurs Club there in Kissimmee, Florida. It's a nonprofit. Club owns all the bucking horses, and then a few of us families raise bucking bulls for it. And it's been pretty neat. We keep about 25 head of rodeo cows, and part of the family wants to get rid of them. We argue back and forth about it, but it's fun. We've had a couple bulls go to the finals in the last 10 years, and
That's
it's
cool.
fun to
That's
watch
awesome.
them. Dad's got to go out there and flank them, so that's pretty neat. But it's our fun way to volunteer and give back to the community
Mhm.
through those bulls and all. So
What? So you just mentioned you're kind of doing your retirement tour of going up north, and it sounds like you're kind of seeing the end. The end. You can see the end is near on the rodeo career. Is that?
well, I'm gonna keep circuit rodeo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can't let my buddy Ryder Sanford just run away with the circuit every year, so I gotta make sure I hit enough of them that I can get a lead and beat him when we get down there.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
No, I'm not ready to quit getting on bucking
Okay.
horses.
Okay.
But
But
it'll
just,
be fun, just a weekend deal to go travel from the house,
hmm
hit our circuit rodeos, and be able to stay closer to home.
There you go.
So,
Has that awkward isn't the right word, but as far as working at the ranch and rodeo and being gone as much as you are, how do you split that time up?
stress you out a little bit when you know they need you at the house.
Yeah.
And the last couple years have been harder, being gone and knowing that I am needed at the house and
Mhm.
want to be back and contributing and helping the family out. But it's kind of a bittersweet thing to not be going back north anymore. But I'm ready for it. I've come here, so that it's time, and pretty excited to get back to the house and
Sure.
be on a horse that's not bucking most days. So it'll be fun.
Some ask if I ride ranch or bucking horses, and I was like, I never have on purpose. Never, just when my ranch horse gets a little frisky.
Yeah, we had after Kissimmee, I was breaking this colt. I got her a little cracker mare that we did not raise, and she was kind of a hellion, and all my bronc riding buddies came out to the ranch to hang out with us for the week after, and I was going to get on her that one evening after we worked some cows, and all the buddies were there and had a few beverages, and Dad got them talked into sitting around the fence like a bunch of buzzards in this round pen when I got on. And about the time I swung over on this mare, and she'd bucked every time I've been on her. I knew it was coming, but as soon as I swung a foot over, they all threw their hats and jumped in.
Oh,
and ran her,
no.
and she blew in two and just went to bucking like crazy. I was like, thanks, boys.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Then come to find out, Dad was the culprit of the whole deal. He started it all. And then
Love you
that
too,
was
Dad.
pretty fun, though. Good memories getting all the boys down there.
Oh, sure.
Canadians and Texans, Louisianans. It was pretty fun.
Has that been? I mean, gosh, the bronc riders are, like you said, kind of from all over.
All over.
You get
different backgrounds, and that's one thing that I do love about the whole rodeo and deals. I've gotten to meet so many people from different areas of the world and get to go visit them on their family's deals and go
Yeah.
ride around, look at cows or work cows, and that's
That's
been
cool.
really neat. Just the connections you build, and that's hopefully at some point, you never know, it might help me in the ranching side of
Sure.
things with the connections and knowing people if you ever need anything from a certain part of the world. But
Dang right.
so that's been the coolest part about it, really, is all the relationships that I've built throughout the years rodeoing.
Any ever gone to any of those Canadian guys' place?
Yes, I have actually. I went up for Calgary one year, and Zeke come and got me, and I went home with him and got to ride through some yearlings, and that was at a good time because I was ready to go home, and Zeke's like, "No, you're staying. You need to rodeo." And
Come ranch a little bit.
we went up there and
There you go.
had to rope his daughter's milk cow and get her moved around. That was pretty entertaining, especially if you've ever seen me rope. But we had us a good time, and it was the reset that I needed to come back down, and it was crazy. Things just started getting the right horses, and
I'll be
had a
dang.
really good 2 months before I headed home, and I was ready to go fly back to Florida after that.
Yeah.
So
What does it look like with you being home a little bit more now, or in the near future?
in the near future, which always, as you know, with y'all's deal, at some point the next generation has to step up and start taking over more responsibilities and figuring out how can we grow this, how can we improve, and I've got a pretty hard job ahead of me with that because my dad and uncle have done an amazing job with our family's deal and
They've done great.
and growing it. So they're a pretty hard act to follow.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully, growing the bull sale and everything, love to do a lot better job on marketing and everything. Sure look up to you on all of that stuff. But
Well, it seems like y'all dug in more to that seed stock side recently, or
have,
maybe
yeah,
it's just you. I don't know.
and hoping to grow the Brahmer side of things. The Brahmin industry, it's, in our opinion, has kind of gone the wrong way with the show ring. They've gone to more of these big, tall,
Fair.
elephant-looking cattle that aren't going to hold up in the pastures, and we want to keep it more production-based and still work on the carcass with them. That's a
Sure.
continuing struggle with Brahmers, but we've been working on it for a good while and found some lines that are working pretty good for us. And being able to grow the carcass side of things without not losing all of your
Performance.
fertility and stuff, and
Yeah.
how they're going to perform for you in the pasture.
Or the survivability.
Yeah, so hoping to branch out and find some more people that are needing some more production-based cattle.
Well, I think Florida does such a good job, and probably because they're forced to, but such a good job of having a cow that matches the environment of Florida. And I know you have to, but there are a lot of places, like even in East Texas, Louisiana, that don't have that Brahmin influence, and it's either, feeding that Angus cow through that, or hurting on the fertility side. But gosh, in Florida, there's ear everywhere, and you have to.
You got to have them, and that's crossbreeding is so huge, and that's
Yeah.
where
And I love
us-
that about Florida
yeah.
because there's a lot of people who do think like purebred is better, but it's clear that the data shows that that's not the case.
Yep, got to have some heterosis in there, and that's for us. If we can raise the right kind of Brahmers, that are moderate, easy flesh, and docile, that's a huge thing with the Brahmin breed as well. Is making sure that we work on the disposition with them and making
Yeah.
sure that people are getting the right kind of cows and for their herds, and then what can they do with the steers too. And for us, we've been collecting most of our data every year on all of our 3/4 Brahmer steers and all, and trying to pick the lines where we can move forward and help out all of our customers, and that way they're not just getting docked so bad on these Brahmer steers, which that's a struggle in a whole nother area as well.
Right.
On the
Where do y'all
kill
send
plant
those?
side. So we've been sending ours to Five Rivers.
In
They
Colorado?
go to Hartley. They're with Ryan Morehouse
Where's that at?
in Hartley.
In
It's
is that
right there.
Colorado, or is that?
No, Texas.
Oh, it's in Texas.
Yeah,
Oh,
up there in the Panhandle.
Okay.
And that's worked out really good for us. Got a good relationship with Five Rivers. They've been sending all our calves out there for a long time. But
Always picture that Cooner feed yard up there, 100,000 head feed yard up there that they have.
oh yeah,
Is what I always picture. That's why I asked Colorado. But
yeah. And our family, we market our calves through a group, Florida Heritage Beef, and It's
Oh.
around 20,000 head of calves, I think, that
Ooh.
go on that deal between all the ranches. And so it's been a good deal. I'm working with them. We got a really good relationship with Five Rivers.
Yeah, that East Coast has that. I mean, all the processing. There's no processing big ones close, is there?
No, and that's
They're
the
all out
hard
here.
thing is for killing cattle in Florida. It's almost impossible.
Brutal.
And you
Sure,
need to
there's
find a
been
better
some-
climate to be able to get the pounds on them as well.
Oh,
It's
okay.
so much cheaper to do it out here
Okay, yeah.
compared to back home. When it gets hot and muggy and the skeeters are tearing them up,
Oh yeah.
they're not going to be performing very well during those times of the year.
I'm about to say you know a little bit about those
Yeah.
mosquitoes.
Yeah, them skeeters, no see 'ems.
Yeah, oh yeah,
The who?
eat you alive.
No see 'em.
That's some Eastern lingo. I don't
Easiest
know.
way to
there.
put it, little bitty skeeter.
Little bit skeeter.
Yeah,
Something
Can't
you
see
don't
it.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, can't see them.
Sounds like a nightmare.
It is.
I just remember going. I think it was on either y'all's place or Adam's place that we went one time, and there was a palmetto that we drove past, and I was like, "What do you do if one gets in there?" And we're like, there is one, and there's just one cow sticking her head out of that. I was like, "What do you do?" They're like, "Either go get her or send a dog, one of the two."
Crack your whip and they might run out.
Golly, I'd never seen a palmetto before at that point in time. So, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Palmetto.
Palmetto.
And then I had, what is it? Heart of something tree. Heart of
Oh, we call them cabbage trees, but it's heart of palm.
Yeah.
heart of
Heart of
palm.
palm.
Yeah, that's how a lot of the old crackers made it through the Great Depression. They would go cut a cabbage tree a day, and you just cut it about waist high. You'll find them trees 6-7 foot tall, and cut them about waist high, and then strip all the boots off of them. And the center of them are really sweet and tender, and you just slice it up, boil it down, add some sautéed bacon and onions, a little salt and pepper, and it's pretty fitting.
It is pretty good. Pickled ones too.
Yeah, the food. I mean, you have boiled peanuts too. Like that's not out here either.
Hey, that's
He
my
was just
go-to
about to say
gas
he was-
station
Deal
snack
right
right
there.
there.
Yeah.
They have that in gas stations.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The boiled peanuts in the gas station.
Yeah.
You got to drive down south a little bit more. Tucker.
Yeah, you do.
That doesn't sound right. That sounds like pizza, or that sounds like getting sushi from gas station or something. I don't know. It doesn't sound right.
No, they're good.
Doesn't sound right.
It's
Not the
safer.
Cajun kind.
Huh?
It's safer than that.
Safer.
I guarantee it.
I feel like, I mean, Florida's about the only, because I hadn't been to Alabama, just a touch Louisiana. I mean, I hadn't, that east side, that southeast side, I really hadn't spent, besides Florida, I hadn't got to spend much time, so I need to.
Yeah, it's all different, but it's neat to get to see them all the different places.
What are some of those other different things on the ranching side? I mean, you, like.
In Florida?
Yeah,
Oh, gosh. As far as different from here and all, too?
sure.
I think a big thing, too, is just our grass and
Oh,
the quality of it.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all going to have a whole lot less of it, and it's twice as good as our cows standing
Mhm.
in it belly deep, with so much water. It's just watered down and not as high a protein. And that's a big difference, too. And deal with a lot more foot rot probably than y'all do.
Probably.
Have to stay on a good mineral package.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we feel is very important. But
Is that some CTC stuff that or some kind of ionophore that you have in your mineral to help prevent that?
yeah, like Vigortone's been really good in working with us, and having to change up those packages as far as taking some samples and seeing
What works?
what are cows. Yeah, we've taken some liver samples from the cows and had to change it around a little bit, use some
Gotcha.
chelates and all, but it seems to be working pretty good for us now.
Yeah, the stocking rate's a little different too.
The stocking rates, yeah, yeah. Like for us, it's about a cow to 3 acres. Some people prefer 4 down there, but that's like my dad's always said, if you got too much grass in the wintertime, or messing up his whole deal. If you ain't got enough grass in the summer, you got way too much in the winter,
Huh.
But you can't push it too far, or you're going to be feeding cattle too much, and we're not real
Yeah.
big on feeding them too much.
No
So
thanks.
we think we want to make the cows work for us. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge,
As you should.
yeah, absolutely. They got to hold up their end of it, and if they can't perform, time to move on to the next.
You have to feed hay in the winter?
A little bit. Got a bunch of Hermothria grass, stem grass on our place, and we'll go on there in the fall, graze it pretty good, and then come off of it there in October and fertilize it, and we'll go back on it a week after Thanksgiving, and it'll hold about a cow to the acre through the winter. It's pretty solid. You don't have to hay them. So
Cow to the acre.
yeah, it's pretty high in energy. It helps get
Huh.
the cows bred. They do really well on it.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think Paul Janot had showed my dad and uncle how to
At
manage
Deseret?
it. Yep.
Uh-huh.
When he was down there at Deseret, had told them how to manage it. They say they can't take credit for it, but it works really well.
Dang.
And, having a bunch of that, and we'll still plant some ryegrass, and that's the other side of things with the sod company and all. We'll go in and lift that Bahia grass sod, and they'll leave it in strips, and we'll go back through and chop it and broadcast some ryegrass on it and just redo the field, and that's just the rotation that we do to be able to utilize it and diversify.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do any of that.
But it's a little hard to.
We don't do any of that.
Texas, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. As far as the cowboy inside culture, do you see any big differences?
Big difference is we don't shake our rope out very much.
Yeah.
Usually use the dogs. And if Kef runs out while we're driving cows, we don't even look back. You know, the dogs go bring it back. And we're pretty spoiled. Our cows are very broke, and it makes it pretty easy at the house. But there's a lot of places in Florida that, you know, cows can get a little faster, but most everybody's done a pretty good job getting everything a lot gentler these days from
There's not
the
many dogs out.
reputation that we have had in Florida for a while.
There's not many dogs out this way that are used like y'all use them. I mean, I know there are some guys that got them, but I just remember y'all were talking about using dogs and how they'd go drink in the water, and then I was like, "There's a gator right there." You're like, "Yeah, we lose a few."
Yep.
That's got to be tough.
Absolutely. Yeah, it stinks. You got
Yeah.
That's it. Kind of helps having my uncle that's a hunting outfitter, and my cousin's right there. If we see one in a bad spot, we can call them. Hey, y'all got hunters. We got tags and all, so they can come take care of it too if they have to.
There you go.
Get them. They don't. If they're out on the pastures and our irrigation ditches, that they need to go somewhere pretty quick. If they're in the swamp, they're pretty safe for me.
Yeah.
But
Dogs don't venture there much.
no, unless you're hog hunting, but that's the risk you take if you're off in there doing that.
Yeah, you're kind of in their territory. Then.
Yeah, but you got to watch them. Those big gators, they'll catch calves too. So we lost 4 or 5 last year to a couple big gators that were
Wow.
around 12 foot. So
And that's, you just kind of touched it a little bit, but like as far as state regulations and stuff, and as urbanized as Florida is getting, do you feel like any new regulations are coming on the gator side?
I don't know about any new ones. The gators are pretty populated now. They're not on the verge
They're
of
not hurting.
extinction. They are not hurting, and that's another cool thing too is we can harvest gator eggs as well. And I think it's like every other nest they find or something. My cousins take care of that side of deals, but that can get a little hairy. They gotta use PVC to try and keep them gators knocked back while they're collecting eggs. But
What do they do with the eggs?
go to gator farms and all.
Really?
You know,
Yeah,
just
I don't.
another different,
Dang, that's neat.
It's like a different
another
country,
different
dude.
side of it. Yeah.
Y'all have any gators there where you're at?
No. The bay, Mobile Bay. That's about it.
Gators in the bay,
Yeah. That's the only place you can
like
find 'em.
saltwater gators
No.
in the bay, saltwater.
No.
I'm just showing my
Oh.
non-ocean self.
I don't think so, no.
But when I think of like Galveston Bay and stuff in Texas, that's like saltwater. That's the ocean bay, is what I
No,
think.
it's so you got the Mobile Bay Bridge, and the bay goes out into the ocean. So it's brackish. It's like brackish water. I don't know a lot about water either, so I just know there's gators in there. So that's it.
And another thing you can tell me too, back on the cow side of things, as far as like rotating pastures, like at home, we do a lot of rotations and all. Just trying to help a grass grow. I don't know if y'all are able to do that as much up here.
Probably not. I mean, not as much as y'all do. I mean, there are some places now, that quote unquote regenerative farm ranching is becoming so much more popular. I mean, we've been doing that for 6 generations. Both of our families have been regenerative of some sort, because if we just scalped it, we wouldn't be ranching for very long. right? So, you know, that there's quite a few more people doing the intensive grazing where they're putting 1 million pounds of cattle on 1 acre and then rotating them with some electric fence. And in places, it's really awesome if you can do that, if you can have water. But water's an issue for us. Water's an issue because we don't have any.
Here.
Yeah, we don't have any well water. It's just anything we can catch on a tank or dirt tank or a pond or whatever you want to call it. He said yesterday, he goes, "You call that a tank?"
Yeah.
I was the same way when I got out here going to school. I was like, a tank? What the heck?
Why a tank?
What's a tank?
We got a military tank out here.
Yeah. Like a water trough?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's weird that it's called that. Dirt tank, and I guess they shortened it to tank. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the water's pretty tough. But we do some rotationals and rotational grazing, and if we can rest it, 60 or 90 days during that growing season, that it just blows that place up. It doesn't take much. We get a half inch of rain out here, and it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying, if it's raining or storming for us, it's really not a big issue. Like there's a few storms where we know to stay out, but I remember you saying like it was about to storm or something. You're like,
Been caught in a few.
We don't get out there.
And, it gets pretty nerve-wracking, especially if you got the little cousins with you. And
Oh yeah.
the lightning goes to popping. I know our place is set up a lot better for it now with a lane through the middle of it. My grandpa was fighting it, did not want it to happen. But my dad and uncle come up with it, and he said, my grandyoungins aren't going to know how to rotate cow. They ain't going to know how to drive them. And Dad and Henry just went ahead with it anyways. And it's made it pretty nice because I remember getting caught in one with my grandpa and him even sending me back to the cow pens.
Really?
'Cause back then,
Because y'all were rotating cows and got
we were
caught?
driving cows off from the pens, but the way it used to be set up, some people would have to ride ahead and move cows out of the way to drive through pastures.
But the lane helps keep you.
The lane makes it easier where
Yeah.
if we ain't got to go drive them off just yet, we can turn them out and then go follow them on once it's passed. But
Yeah.
sometimes you're going to get caught in it because
Mhm.
you can't predict it. And these weathermen aren't always on,
Oh yeah,
on
they're
point,
awful.
So that's just another deal because when we lose cows to lightning every year, it's going to happen. You just
Yeah, and you don't.
that into effect. It's
We
gonna,
just don't have that. I mean, we do have, we're in Tornado Alley here, and so we'll have some pretty rough storms, but the lightning for y'all is just so different
yeah.
out here. I mean, for us, I guess, is just not really relevant. We'll have some fires get started. That's what we're worried about when lightning comes. Rarely you'll lose a cow, but I don't think we've ever lost, but maybe one cow to lightning. Different.
Completely different. Yeah, I would always get scared seeing lightning coming out here, and then you never hear of it actually
Yeah.
hitting the ground,
Yeah.
But at home, you see it.
Every time.
A lot of
Yeah.
times it's hitting the ground. Yeah.
Well, this will move us to one of my favorite segments. We're going to touch back on the pro rodeo, okay?
All right.
This is the Bedrock Tough Question, brought to us by Bedrock Truck Beds. That's the truck beds we use because they are the toughest ones. Check them out at bedrocktruckbeds.com. You've probably seen it on my socials if you're listening to the pod, so check them out. What's the toughest thing about pro rodeoing for you?
Oh gosh, being away from home.
Yeah.
Would be the hardest thing. And
Traveling?
traveling. Yeah, the miles. The most dangerous thing we do is being on the road. As
Driving?
That's way more dangerous, is what I've always said, than getting on the bucking horse itself.
Any guys fly?
Yeah, do a lot of flying, and I get sick at airports.
I bet you do.
But it is nice when you can jump on a plane and get there and not have to. If it drives under 10 or less, I'm usually going to drive it. But if it's over 10, that's when I start looking at flights most of the time.
Dang. So you got some windshield time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
What are some of those podcasts you're jumping on? Are you a podcast or music guy?
Music and
Yeah.
movies. I should
And
say
movies.
that. Every now and then. If it's a movie,
You're just
I've
listening.
seen,
You're listening
just
to some movies,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Music guy.
A lot of music though. I listen to some podcasts.
So if you had a song that would be your, intro song.
Intro.
I mean, if you're, up next, Parker Kempfer, Florida Cowboy. What songs play?
Oh man, we'd have some Kid Rock, Ball with Ball, or
There you go.
if we slow it down a little bit, we just do some Seminole Wind down there. Yeah, that's some Florida to it.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bedrock tough question. Being from home, traveling, being the hardest part.
And that just gets harder with the years.
Yeah,
Being away from home. When you're a kid, that's not the hardest.
sure.
But
Do you, I mean, as far as staying in shape and stuff, as much as you're on the road, I feel like that would be hard.
yeah, I try and get in pretty good shape before we leave a lot of times, and then like rodeo's changing. It's getting to be more of rodeo athletes where you've got guys taking it like that too, and in some aspects it's taken away the cowboy side of things. You've seen a lot of guys that really don't have anything to do with cowboying or ranching, and it's more so they're just rodeo cowboys.
You bet.
And, that's something that's changed even through the years of me doing it. There's more of that happening now, or guys might be wearing skinny jeans or tennis shoes around and ain't as much cowboy stuff. But, so that's changing, and I don't really love that side of it. I think you still need to be a dang cowboy and rep all the sides of agriculture and each
you bet.
industry that way. But
From being, I hear it from this side of rodeo, you know, being a fan of rodeo, I hear it from where it turns from fun to business. You know, at first they talk about when you're going to the rodeo and you're the party, and like you're showing up and the city is partying because the rodeo's there, that you're the life of that party, being the athletes and staying up late and traveling and being hard on your body, whether it's what you're eating or what you're drinking, and then where you are now, a little more business. Would that be
Yeah.
true or false?
it's true, of course. I mean, I think that's part of maturing
Yeah.
as you grow. But it's in some places you're not there long enough to stay and get sucked into that.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you get off, you're jumping in the rig and driving to another one.
Next rodeo.
But no, it is definitely a good time staying at those, and you gotta make sure regulate and know how you can
Regulate.
control yourself and still compete to the best of your ability the next day and not be detrimental to that. You got to be a businessman, and that's part of growing up and having bills and not
Yeah.
being in college when everything's paid for on a scholarship and being able to do what you want to do. They're not a worry in the world, but
Yeah, I remember hearing, it was either last year maybe, of where Rocker Steiner was talking about his first time in Vegas, and he just never went to sleep and stayed up. And last year he didn't end how he wanted, but he was like, "This is it's business now. I got that out of the way." And I always find that to be interesting, but so easy to fall into because
oh yeah, it's so easy because it's a good time pretty much everywhere you go.
it's
A lot of
the
fun
party.
crowds, and it is.
And people who go are ready for that.
Oh yeah, that's why they're there.
The fans are there for that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, we like to. What's next on ranching? Getting ready to go home. Will's back.
Yep, my brother's home full time. Got a couple cousins there full time, and of course my dad and uncles are still there every day. And
Will you slide more into that seed stock side, or are you gonna be doing a little bit
all
of everything?
around? But the seed stock side, the Brahmins especially, are my passion. That's what I love.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you got to go to
definitely.
BIF this year for that.
Yep, we did.
Almost caught my first home run ball, man.
Man, that was close.
Went to a
So close.
Sod
Poodles.
Sod Poodles game.
Yeah.
Sod Poodles. Went to what is it? Amateur baseball? Is it AA baseball?
Yeah.
Minor
Yeah,
league.
minor
There
league.
it is.
That's
Okay.
it.
Minor league baseball game in Amarillo, and it was a blast. Got to go with him and
Yeah, good.
one of their
time
buddies.
for all.
It was fun.
Yeah,
But BIF, you got to go to that. That was the first time I'd seen you there.
Yeah, BIF
seed
was
stock
cool.
thing.
I really enjoyed that. I had no idea what I was getting into. Dad told me, "Hey, let's go to BIF," and I was going to a rodeo in Elizabeth, Colorado, and shot back down to come to that. And man, it was cool just seeing a lot of progressive-minded cattlemen being in the same place and the connections that you make and all. And I think that's a huge part of our industry.
Mm-hmm.
Getting with like-minded individuals where you can bounce ideas off and see what's working for other people. And
Kind of like what happened to you at Sol Ross. I mean, for rodeo, there was instead of just 2 bronc riders at Tech,
And Sam, we had a handful more, but our region and a lot of good guys around there when I got there that I could ask for advice.
Mm-hmm.
So many more bucking horses. It's same type of deal, and that's been neat, and hopefully it transfers over to the ranching side of things, and got to do some more marketing and
Also,
trying to sell some bulls, but more so just making connections and getting out and meeting people. And
absolutely. And
So.
this might put you on the spot. Do you see yourself getting involved at the state cattleman's level as your family has been?
Absolutely, yeah. Hope to get home and be able to take care of business for a little while before
Right.
getting into that, because my dad's on the executive board of Florida Cattlemen's right now, so I'd love for him to get through and do all that, and just then start getting more involved, especially me and my cousins, my brother. And just
So
getting out.
that board, it's what, 6 spots before?
I think so, something around that. Dad's
5.
a couple years out from being president,
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
So
Well, I will tell you this: Florida does have the best Cattlemen's Association convention that I've ever been to.
It's a good time. I mean, you can take your old lady and they can go sit out on the beach all day, and you can be in meetings and they're not in a bad mood when you get back.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, kids can go nap and
Yeah.
be in the pool.
It's a pretty neat deal, and it's cool to see how many people come down there like y'all do.
Yeah.
And getting to see all your friends, and
Oh, for sure.
it's pretty neat. Good networking down there for sure. And
Oh, man.
pretty cool trade show as well. It's the biggest one I've been to other than NCBA's, really.
It was kind of weird having
Trade show.
NCBA at Orlando
Yeah.
because there was like the NCBA friends that I see once a year, and then my Florida friends that I normally see once or twice a year, and it was like mixed, and so it was strange having that. I remember the first time going that I went in 16 when we came to meet you. It was in Orlando,
Yep.
and I was like, man, this is cool, and y'all were like, no, it's not. Orlando is not where it is cool.
Like, you got to come back for Marco.
Yeah, and y'all were right. Marco is one of the better ones. Is the best one, like I just said. What you got, Mike?
No, I'm just listening to you guys chat. I want to go. It already happened this year, didn't
Florida
it?
Cattlemen's?
Yeah, it's like the second week of June. That's a lot of the Alabama.
There's a lot of Alabama
folks show
crowd
up
down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will was there.
Yeah, he always goes. Who else?
Say Bradfield Evans.
Bradfield,
Big
that
Cattle comes
rascal.
down there.
Come on.
You know,
Shout out.
gotta give him that shout out. I know
He
listens to
deserves
the
it.
podcast.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, we like to end the podcast with what would your a Bible verse that stuck with you, or one that you're studying now? Anything come to mind?
Yeah, one of my favorites is Proverbs 3:5. That's trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding.
Yeah.
I've always liked that. I'll give you two.
Okay,
There's
come on.
two. And Proverbs 17:17 is a friend loves at all times, but a brother is born for times of adversity. And that's one
Ooh.
that's
That's a real
What
pretty
was
cool
that
in
one?
my life. Proverbs 17:17. A good
17:17.
friend of mine that passed away gave me that back when I was in college, and it's always stuck with me. And
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's good. You still in Romans?
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. My memory's not good, but I'll pull it up.
Been in. I love Proverbs. Proverbs
I do
is
too.
Proverbs is good.
good.
It's a pretty good set of rules to live by there.
Yeah, really is. Is there? While he's pulling that up, I forgot to ask advice for guys trying to get into the ranching industry, because there's. I mean, it's whether it's the Yellowstone effect or not. There's a lot of young guys wanting to get in.
Yeah, and that's something I feel like, gosh, go to school is number one thing. You see all these kids now, and the way it is, I know the professors at the University of Florida have said this, and some others from like A&M and all. It's mostly girls are going to
Yeah.
school and in the ag department, and guys just aren't going to school anymore and don't see the benefit. They think it's a waste of time and money to go to school. Well, yes, you can go to work. College is not a requirement to be able to be successful.
Right.
But if you're wanting to get in it and learn, I think it's huge in the connections that you make that are going to carry with you throughout your life.
Network.
And
Yep.
it's just the networking side of things. I think that's a huge deal. And going to school, and then your professors will be able to get you pointed in the right direction. And if not, don't be afraid to go ask somebody for a job.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean,
It's not just
you
going to
look
show up in
around
the
United
newspaper.
States, there's a lot of people not wanting to work much anymore these days.
Yeah.
The younger generations aren't wanting to sweat as much, so you got to get out and at least go ask and try and find the right places.
No doubt.
You know,
No, that's good advice. All right, what you got, Mike?
It's Romans 8, verses 5 and 6. Says, those who live according to the flesh have their minds set on what the flesh desires. But those who live in accordance with the Spirit have their minds set on what the Spirit desires.
That's where you're at. You like that one or not?
Yeah, that one.
It's a good one.
heck
Yeah.
yeah.
The one that it's kind of my verse for the year. First time I've ever done that, but like one that I memorize and our family memorizes, and we say it quite a bit. And I've said it a lot on the pod, but Proverbs 21:31. I actually heard it from an NFL quarterback. What's the Jameis Winston, which people will giggle at, but it was actually pretty cool. They were asking him about, what did you do to prepare for this game? And he said, hey, the horse is made ready for the day of battle, but victory comes from the Lord. And I looked it up, and that was Proverbs 21:31, and I was like, dang, I like that. I like
That is
that.
a
Like,
good
hey, he does his stuff to get ready, but victory comes from the Lord. I thought that was
Amen.
good. My verse of the year anyway.
Heck yeah.
What else, Park? Thanks for coming, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Anything else? If
It's
somebody,
only taken me 9 years to make it up here. I
know, right?
Been all over Texas.
Yeah, I don't know what
Finally
you-
getting to come see
I don't
it.
know what you got next, or how soon you need to leave, but we can talk about it after. But whether that's run and take a look at the ranch, or you grab your Lunchable and hit the road, whatever.
Oh,
whatever
we
that
need to go
looks
look
like.
around. I
Sounds
finally
good.
made it up here.
Let's go. Well, let's make that happen. One thing, if anybody remember about Parker Kempfer, what would it be?
Oh gosh. Well, I guess semi-retired bronc rider, full-time rancher from now on.
Come on, there it is.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, man. It has been a pleasure. 9 years later, we got it. We're just waiting for the pod to crank up. That's
Yeah.
all. That's
Made it
all.
happen.
You've been listening to the Registered Ranching Podcast. Check out, we talked about Trayson Antonick earlier. That's we had him on the podcast back as well. Go check that out. Go to registeredranching.com. Check out the merch. We'll get it shipped your way. But until next time, folks, we love you. But don't forget, y'all stay classy and ranch on them. Yeah. Gotta see the ranch.